Hello everyone and welcome back to Divide and Conquer. We are carrying on with the Gondor campaign, and I must say it is going rather well. Obviously I have just jinxed it, so something horrible is going to happen. Boromir's going to die, we'll lose the settlement or something. But as it stands, I think we are doing pretty well. We're making just over 6,000 gold a turn. We took Minas Morgul last episode, I think it was, which has now rebelled. So I would say that's actually pretty good for us. It's a good outcome, because once you take Minas Morgul, it triggers a full stack to spawn, I think, from Barad-dûr. But we haven't been able to actually see that full stack yet. We haven't got eyes on it. We've got Borthor at the Black Gate keeping an eye, so it's either going to come from one of two directions. But this is sort of going to be a bit of a thorn in Mordor's side, because they're going to have to throw something at it to take it. And I'd like to think, even though it's a full stack of bandits pretty much, that it will hold out for a time, I'm hoping. If the full stack that spawned from us taking it attacks it, they'll probably kill it, but obviously they'll take significant losses, I hope, in taking it, so then that'll make it easier for us to dispatch the army itself. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that for now. We've got Boromir and his army sat in the Forbidden Pool fort, and Faramir and his cohort in Caer Andros as well. So obviously when an army appears, we'll join these together as best we can. Put out our strongest force. We've got a ballista now as well, so that's good for taking out trolls. And then we'll kill that army. I just want to make sure that we get rid of that army first. I imagine there are other armies on their way, or groups of units pooling out, so we can deal with them. But I'd like to try and get that army knocked off as soon as possible, because I'm not sure if the same happens for Morannon as well, the Black Gate, when you take that. I could be wrong there. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that one. If someone does know, then let me know. I think it's only Minas Morgul now. I'm doubting myself, but yeah, whichever one. So we can take care of that. So in the east, it's looking pretty good. I was thinking that we could spare some troops to try and take Ostithil, but the garrison is so large still, because I don't actually think Mordor has attacked it yet. I think they went too early on, but then obviously because we took Minas Morgul quite early, I think that army came back, and obviously we destroyed them. And the Khan doesn't look too interested in it right now, but I ideally would have liked to have taken it and then gifted it to Dol Amroth. So we've got sort of a buffer between us and Khan. Because as soon as Khan take this, then obviously we've now got pressure off Khan. So we need to start diverting more forces. At the minute, we've only got the one way, the one border with Mordor, which is the northern border, which suits us. But I think this is the trouble when you play a Gondor campaign, is you can sort of get caught off guard. If you take Aeson's Gilead, or even if you don't, but you've still got Caer Andros, you're sort of defending from three different points, like your northern, eastern and southern borders. So it can be tricky. I think that's why a lot of people play quite aggressive when they play Gondor. They just spam troops, push into Mordor as fast as possible. So, which we haven't really done that, obviously, but I wouldn't exactly say we've sat back either. We've already taken Minas Morgul, which is pretty good. We seem to have destroyed most of the armies that have come from Mordor, including the initial starting ones that they have. But we've also managed to build up our economy as well, which is why we're making now, nearly 6,000 gold coins a turn. Obviously, there are a lot of units in forts as well, which does help. But we've managed to take Tharagrondust and Cirith in the west. And we are at war with Isengard now, so I'm just waiting for one of their armies to appear somewhere here. But anyway, I'm baffling on, and I should have just done that while the end turn sequence was going. Because obviously it wouldn't be one of my episodes if I started it without an end turn. So the Dorwinian have sided with the Avari, it seems, in this particular campaign. Got a couple more units recruited. We failed the mission to capture Ostithil. That's fine. We knew we were going to fail that anyway.
Captain of Gondor.
So Eorthin jump in the fort. We've got the cavalry militia now as well.
Yes.
So we'll send them up. And we've got 2 Gondor militia there for some reason. That's fine, you might as well stay there, you're getting free upkeep. So we've got the Steward's Halls now being built in Minas Tirith, which is great. It's going to take 6 turns, but I think once we've built that, we should then get access to the second tier of the barracks. So we can start to pump out some better units and retrain some of our units that we've got here. The better Marines, I really can't see you guys being retrained for a while, so I'm just going to send them back to Pelagia. And we'll stick a militia in there for now. Bit more free upkeep. It's never a bad thing. I'm reluctant of sending Borthor in to Morannon. I mean, I probably should have done it. Well, I suppose we could do that. I could send him in that way. It's just really annoying that we only have one. And we're only going to have access to one for quite a while, I think. We're not actually saying that. They come from a different building. I'm thinking of diplomats, aren't I? I think diplomats, normally you only get 1. Or 2 if you're a large nation, is it? But then in order to get more, you need to capture someone else's settlement, I think. Like the capital of another faction. But spies you can just get from building, what is it, the tavern or something? Smoking house? Yeah, so if I build that, I should be able to get another spy, I think. I'm not sure now. Because I mean, I've got the option to build one, but then to recruit one, but it says agent limit reached. Maybe that's just because I've only got the one smoking house. Is that why? God, there's so much about this bloody game and mod that I still don't know. Like, 15 years on. It's ridiculous. We'll leave that anyway. Right, security hour are building roads. That's fine. We are on 70% public order though, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Again, this is where another spy would come in handy, because I'm using my diplomat as a spy, essentially. I wonder, do we try and push out? The only problem here is obviously they own this settlement here, which I think is Boulogne, the castle on the coast, and obviously Gund as well. So it'll be sod's law that we push out one direction, and then an Isengard army will come in from another direction. We certainly don't want that. But yeah, I think I'm happy with what we're doing right now. We are just making quite a bit of money every turn, and that money we're using to build up stuff. So I'm happy to leave that as is for now. I'd really like to get eyes on this army before I move anyone out. But then we are just sort of sat here doing nothing. Like, we could go and take Gellerbrin. We could do something. Rather than just sat here twiddling our thumbs. Let's do it. Let's move out. So, Gondor militia. Let's take the trash of the trash first. Oh, you guys are miles away. I'm not putting you in. Alright, guardsmen. It is a very ranger-heavy army, this one. Archer militia can actually stay there, I think.
Captain of Gondor, protect the blood of Numenor.
I'll tell you what, though, we haven't seen Forlong, have we? Let's chuck Forlong in.
Watch for the enemy.
I'm not usually a fan of having more than
as you wish. Joining force, yes. Merging armies.
2 generals in army. I think that's a good limit.
Joining forces, my lord. Orders.
But equally,
as you wish.
Hawthorne's only there really as a cavalry unit.
Joining forces, my lord.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
So yeah, let's go for it.
Onward.
So 2 turns it's going to take.
Quell this evil. Slay them.
And yeah, I think that's a pretty decent army we've got there. I guarantee you 2 turns we'll get there, and then an army full stack will pop out. So we're like, Christ, we'll have to come back again. But that'll do for this turn. So yeah, we've got our full stack pretty much. It does leave Care Andros a little light, I'll be honest. Probably lighter than I would have liked, but I should have actually looked to see how much money we're making now as well, because I have pulled a lot of troops out of forts there. Umbar, we're not going to be doing that, unfortunately. We've got no ships, and I'm probably not going to waste any money on them either. Ethering's got mines though, so that's perfect timing. And it looks like we're still making about 5,000 gold. Considering the army that we've got in the field now, I think that's pretty good.
Quell this evil!
My lord, approaching quietly.
Alright, Leofric the Board is in there as well, actually, so that would be good to get rid of him.
Approaching quietly.
So both are keeping an eye on the gate for me. There was a little Mordor army around here somewhere, so we do need to keep an eye on them. So it's probably worth recruiting some more units, but we can't actually recruit any. Get a unit of militia there.
Yes.
You guys zip up to there.
By
Chuck
your
them in there
command.
as well. I'm just wary that there was a little army here. It was only a few units, but I just want to be sure that we're not going to lose anything. I think you guys, yeah, I might as well chuck you in there as well. As long as we're still making
Orders.
some money,
Yes.
I'm not too
We can
concerned.
go no further today.
And we are still making a
March to
decent chunk there.
exhaustion, continuing later.
We've got a lot of settlements building land clearance as well, so that'll help obviously with income and growth. So that's good to see.
My lord, as you wish.
Oh, Lurtz is in Gund. That's interesting. So you got Berserkers, yeah. Okay, that's
Yes.
one to think about. Ah, but there you go, see. Captain Tarza,
I'm gonna stick you.
he's got half a stack.
Without question.
See, this is the
Tomorrow's
problem with
journey
Isengard,
planned
especially
out.
this area, because it's so heavy with woods. There's a lot of armies that you just won't be able to see. And this army is nothing great, to be honest. Like, if we went out there, we'd probably struggle to beat that army and Lurtz's little army as well. Because it's just not... It's nothing fantastic. The cavalry's very depleted. Obviously the archers are pretty good, and the pikemen aren't too bad either, but... Yeah, I think we'd struggle with the lack of cavalry that we've got. So there's nothing else to do. We're just whizzing through these turns, I think. Try and get over to Gellebrint. If we can capture that.
Watch for the enemy.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. That's exactly what would happen. So Radzag's just reared his ugly head. I literally said, as soon as we move over there, boom, force that will come out. Harrow's leader's already dead. Interesting. Nazgul return to Mordor. Kirithiawa's rioting now. Oh, that's not good. And more recruitment. So if we stick the
By your command.
Cav militia in there, that doesn't really do anything.
Maintain order.
So stick a general in. Stick the militia
As
in
you
there.
wish.
That'll keep it stabilised for a while.
Yes, my lord. Yes, without question.
And now we've got a bit of money. Trouble is, I don't know what to do with it. Osterthill's still held, that's good, hasn't been attacked. So Captain Gorduff,
Have a taste of my
he's only got a
blade.
few units, so I think we'll be able to sally out with this army and kill him. However, it's
I'm
Radzag
gonna
that's the issue,
stick you.
because he's got Olak High as well. So the rest of the army is not too much of a concern, it's the Black Uruks, excuse me, and the Olak High. That's what causes the issue. And that's why I built the ballista.
My lord.
Captain of Gondor.
And now if we send Boromir
I'm gonna stick you.
forward to Gellebrinn, it's going to
Have a
take
taste of my
2
blade.
turns for Radzag. Can we build an army in 2 turns?
My lord speaks highly of you.
I don't think we can build one strong enough to win, that's the problem. Because we literally don't have any elite units. Oh, we can get the guard barracks here already. That's good. So how can we get that there if we need to build a steward's hall here? Because we haven't built that in Caer Andros. Is it because it's a castle? Is that why? Yeah, so you only need the governor's quarters to get the barracks. And then you need the royal hall to get the army barracks. But you need the steward's hall for the archery range and the stables. Right, okay. So is that different for a city then? So, yeah, so barracks you need a steward's hall. Right, okay. So you need the steward's hall in the city for, or a town, for all of the second tier of barracks. But in a castle, you only need a governor's quarters for the second tier of barracks. But to get the second tier of stables and the ranges, you need a steward's hall. Interesting. Well, I mean, it would be good to get that. I think we're going to have to pull Boromir back, aren't we? We just don't have enough to deal with that army, unfortunately.
My lord.
Annoying as it is.
Approaching quietly.
Have a taste of my blade.
But I think if we defeat that and we don't take too many losses, particularly with our elite units, then we can replace the chaff and then just send it back out. So I think we'll grab that, but then equally we'll grab a couple more units to replace the ones that will inevitably die.
I'm gonna stick you.
So where's a good place for the battle? I mean, ideally it would have been a bridge. But then that's sort of tempting fate a bit, I think, isn't it?
Onward.
So I think we just stand there.
Have a taste of my blade.
He's going to either attack us or move past us. And then we'll swoop in and attack next turn. But for now, we'll take Faramir and his army.
Slay them. I'm gonna stick you.
And they've got 2 Orc Band and an Orc Raider, so yeah.
Quell this evil.
Let's crush these guys.
Let them have it, men.
Should be a nice easy victory for Faramir. Gondor's second favourite son. Got a lot of ranged in this army. I mean, granted, a lot of it is trash with the Archer Militia. They are pretty bad, I'll be honest. But it should be pretty straightforward, I would have thought. And just kill as many as possible before they get into melee. Killed 10% already, that's not bad. Look at that hail of arrows. Start picking a few off from the back as well. Thin them out. I'm just going to stand there and taunt us while we shoot them to death. Good tactic. It always works. 60% of the time, works every time. I think that's probably one of my most favourite quotes, I think, from any film. Alright, they're running. I think we just killed someone to friendly fire. Please watch out for your friends in front. I don't know what these guys are doing. And now they charge. Right, ceasefire. You guys charge in. You guys charge. Charge them as well. There we go. Instant rout. But now obviously the archers, can you open fire? Oh, that was terrible. How many we kill? 85%. That might not be enough. Can we get to 90? Ooh, maybe. might have just been enough to kill him.
This is a clear victory.
So we lost 6 men, but we killed 687 orcs. That's a pretty good trade. Ithilien Rangers Faramir doing 246 kills, or getting 246 kills. What a show.
Watch for the enemy.
Kill them all. Yeah, so that little army's dead.
They are gone from these lands.
Now we just need to deal with
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Radzag next turn. Retrain them as well. And yeah, I think it's good we can get the guard barracks. There's not much else we can do this turn, is there? So let's end turn. Yeah, we can get the guard barracks now. We can retrain those couple of Gondor infantry and spearmen units that we've got in the fort. Much quicker than I actually anticipated, to be honest. And if we've got units like that defending our settlements, our key settlements, like Caer Andros, then I feel much more confident sending off Boromir and his army. It's just when we've only got Gondor militia, it's like I said, it doesn't really fill me with confidence. Oh, Radzag, you slippery little bugger, he's just slipped straight past us.
My lord, approaching quietly.
Have a taste of my blade.
My lord,
Captain of Gondor.
Can we even attack him? Oh, we can reach him. Just about. I mean, he's going for it. I'm sort of tempted to just leave him to see if he actually attacks or not. Swing you guys in there. Stick you in there as well. I think that'll be okay. Right, let's get barracks in East North Gileath. We definitely could do with some more units there. We sort of want to improve growth, really, don't we? Chicken farming's probably not bad. We don't even have a meeting hall, actually. Yeah, grab that. Get me a smoking house. So let's see if we can actually get another spy, because that will help. And down here we need a mason's hall. I need to be able to recruit some units from Fanuland, so we can stick them in the forts. Mines I'm not really bothered about anywhere else. I always thought as well, I'm sure it was in Tarnost, in the stables, you could get Dol Amroth squires. I wonder if they've taken that out. But this is where Istian is, I think. The Swan Guard bodyguard. I'm sure there was a settlement around here where you built a building. I can't remember which one exactly. I would have thought it would be the stables, because that would make sense. And you got access to Dol Amroth cavalry. But like I said, I could be wrong. Right, Sauron's still building, that's fine. We want to get Pinnith-Gelin cavalry from there, so we need to build that up. Ooh, here comes Captain Tarzar.
I'm gonna stick you.
without question.
Alright, okay.
Yes.
That's going to make for an interesting fight. And I really can't build anything else, can I? Yeah, I think we need a barracks here as soon as possible. Roads there would be good. Right, Gondor Cavalry Militia, you're going to have to be the garrison. And it does not like that one bit.
Have a taste of my blade.
Now, if I pull everyone into one fort... I'm just thinking, if I pull everyone into one fort, could they then bypass that and just attack the settlement instead?
I'm gonna stick you.
Awaiting your command.
Does mean our income's going to tank a bit.
Maintain order.
But if I do that,
Have a taste of my blade.
yeah, see, they can just go past.
I'm gonna stick you.
And if I'd stick one unit in the other fort, I imagine then they would just attack the weakest one anyway. I think we've probably got enough to fight them in the field.
Have a taste of my blade.
So they'll either attack us in the fort. Do we just attack them now? No, we wait a turn, see what happens. They can't attack the settlement directly, they haven't got enough movement points. So I'm okay with that. Right, back over here then.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
What I want to do, I really don't want to be in this heavily wooded area. Because that isn't going to suit us. Plus it's just a real pain in the ass fighting like that. They shouldn't be able to...
I'm gonna stick you.
They haven't got any siege equipment. So they can't attack the settlement directly. They've got to wait a turn.
Ready your weapons. Onward.
So I'm going to move Boromir back.
Let us set up camp here.
And then see what Radzag does. He's either going to
Have a
bypass...
taste of my blade.
Christ, he could even go for
I'm gonna stick you.
Osgiliath. He can only do one of three things really. Well, technically four, but he's going to either attack Boromir, Caer Andros, or Eastern Osgiliath. Or attack neither. So he's just going to stand there. In that case, regardless of which outcome, we'll fight him next turn. It would have been nice if we caught him on a bridge though, that's the only thing I was trying to do there. But really, if I wanted to do that, I should have pulled back earlier. Oh, so he's attacking Caer Andros straight away.
Show yourselves.
So I'm not sure how this fight is going to go down. Because if we're going to attack him on the western side of the bridge, is he actually going to get stuck in between? Because equally as well, obviously, if we attack him with Boromir's army... Oh, he's just moved straight past. That's annoying. Most advanced faction, very good. Still making a bit of money as well. Right, we can recruit quite a few units at a time now. So what else do we want here? Practice range, stable. I mean, roads again would be pretty good. Mason Hall first, I think. We're getting roads there now. And we're getting the barracks in Kirith. However, I do need to hold Kirith. So I think I'm going to have to send a general back. Which is not ideal timing, considering we need to now fight Captain Tazar. But yeah, we can't let that rebel. Seralond. Again, roads is probably good. That'll tie up with other settlements. Khan's got a decent stack there. I wonder what they're doing. Gellibrand's got a decent garrison, and Captain Bolsmug is coming down as well.
My lord.
What's he got?
Approaching.
I'm gonna stick you.
A couple of Southron units, mostly trash.
My lord. Approaching.
Protect the blood of
Right, this is going to be an
Numenor.
interesting fight. We'll see how that plays out.
Have a taste of my blade.
I'm hoping we do get a bridge battle. Because obviously we've got ranged superiority there, so we should be able to sort of entice them across the bridge if we shoot and kill enough of them before Faramir's army comes in to reinforce. And then they'll have to charge across the bridge. The ballista can get a ton of kills when fighting on a bridge battle, as it just literally goes through lines of men. So that would be the best outcome for us. The Better Marines are done, so we'll send them back north as well. Can always do with a unit of them. And I think that's about it for now. So I'm going to stop it there. We'll do this fight in the next episode. So we'll take everyone out.
Joining forces, my lord.
We'll take that cavalry as well.
Armies, my lord.
So I think we should have enough to kill this chap. So we'll attack Captain Tarzu, hopefully kill his army, and then pull back to the forts. And then we'll have Boromir take Radzag from behind. Pun intended. Or not, depending on how you read it. Yeah, so we should be able to wipe them out. Like I say, he has got somewhat of a decent army. It's a full stack. They've got Olokai, which are really good, and a couple of Black Orcs. They're the main concern. But I think given our army, it's full of, I'd say, pretty elite units. We've got 2 Fountain Guards, some Gondor Archers, a load of Athelian Rangers as well, and of course, Boromir. So yeah, I think we should be good. And then once we've killed this army, we can replenish with the trash from Faramir's army, and then send Boromir back out. We'll take Gelebrin, and then I'll be a bit happier with Faramir keeping guard of these settlements while Boromir's not around. Yeah, I think we should be okay. But as always, hope you guys are enjoying. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.